You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, we have got a hot new leak about Monica Quartermaine's funeral that's coming up soon, and we've got info about drama that comes in the aftermath of that funeral that is going to shock Tracy Quartermaine and rock the whole family. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we have got leaked info about Monica Quartermaine's upcoming memorial this fall, so please click subscribe if you're not following us. I would have expected that we get her death and funeral for November sweeps, by the way, which runs October 30th through November 26th, but it looks like it's actually going to be sooner. And of course, Leslie Charleson's tragic passing was January 12th of this year from complications of a head injury after a fall, and she had had several falls. So we knew, of course, we were going to get a Monica Quartermaine scene where not a scene where she passed, because obviously it has to happen off screen, but it's been since December 2023 that we have last seen Leslie Charleson as Monica on General Hospital. That was in scenes where she was wheelchair bound because she was having balance issues. So obviously her off-screen death and her on-screen funeral are going to be very sad. And this new leak says it's going to bring some big shockers. So the leak says someone unexpected shows up. And of course, One Life to Live alum Erika Slezak is joining General Hospital this fall for a short arc. She is not playing her One Life to Live character, Victoria Lord, and it was Erika's people that confirmed she was going to play a new character. And then in late July, there was a leak, and it came out that she was going to be playing Monica Quartermaine's sister. And now we've got much more tea to spill, brand new leaks all about this. So the first part of the leak says General Hospital already filmed Monica's off-screen death and on-screen funeral. So that means it should be about 4 to 6 weeks or so before we get the death storyline of Tracy's sister-in-law. And we're going to find out soon how Monica passes. And then, of course, we get her memorial service. And for a while now, we've had mentions from Jason and Tracy and Michael and others that Monica has been sick and bedridden. And we've seen Tracy being very protective of Monica. And the Qs mention her often. But of course, we've not seen her in 2 years. And we've heard Tracy saying lately that Monica's been feeling a bit down, and Tracy's been running interference to minimize stress on her. Now, as far as her character death goes, I would guess that Tracy or somebody else in the family is going to report that they went to check on Monica and maybe she has passed away in her sleep peacefully, or maybe heart failure. I would expect it to be natural causes tied to these ongoing illnesses that we've seen and heard about. So the next part of the leak is about Monica's memorial service. We've heard it will be her beloved adopted son, Jason Morgan, who delivers the eulogy for his mom. And obviously, he's going to be heartbroken to lose Monica. Jason loves her. He's been closer to the Quartermaines recently than he has been in a long time. Jason is even living under her roof, so this is a big deal. I do wonder if Drew is involved. He's supposed to be attacked this week as part of Sidwell's sinister plot, so maybe Drew's going to still be recuperating, assuming he doesn't die. I know fans would like to see him dead, though. So, presuming Drew's alive and well, but still a pariah among the Quartermaines, I could see him crashing the funeral, but that's not part of the leak. That's just me talking about what I expect terrible Drew to do. I certainly wouldn't put it past him to show up at Monica's funeral and make a scene and make things harder on the family than it's already going to be. So, the last little thing I want to talk about the memorial service is there is supposed to be a big shock at the funeral. So, as I said before, One Life to Live's Erika Slezak is playing Monica's sister, who we've never seen. I am curious if her last name is going to be Adamson, which is Monica's biological mother's name, or Bard, which was Monica's maiden name. So this could be a sister that reconnected with her later in life. And if you recall, Monica herself was adopted by Gail Baldwin. So I don't remember a lot about that. None of that really, because Monica's introduction predates when I was a kid, and my big sister started me watching when I was a little kid during the Luke and Laura heyday. So I don't remember anything at all about any mentions of Monica's biological family, but GH writers have gone and done a retcon and have invented this sister. So I'm betting that Erika Slezak's character is the one that wrote the letter that Martin Gray found at Drew's house. If you remember, Martin picked it up. Drew said the kids were coloring on the back of the page. He didn't even look at it, but Martin read it, looked absolutely shocked, and hightailed it to the Quartermaine mansion to try and talk to Monica. Martin didn't get to talk to Monica, but he did ask Yuri some questions about this and whether she had talked about her family outside of, the ones we know in Port Charles. So the big leak shocker is that Erika Slezak, playing Monica's sister, stuns the Quartermaines by saying Monica left the mansion to her. And the leaker said Tracy's going to flip out and say she can have the house over her dead body. I do find it hard to believe Monica would leave the Q estate to somebody outside of the immediate family there, but you never know. Or it could be some kind of strange wording in her will. It could be that it was supposed to go to her closest blood relative, and her sister might qualify. Monica only had 2 biological children, Dawn Winthrop and AJ Quartermaine. They are both dead. Now, Monica did legally adopt Jason, but not Drew, but neither of them is blood related. With Jason presumed dead in the past, maybe he was excluded from the latest version of Monica's will and she never updated it when he came back from the dead. Her blood relatives are this mystery sister, and then Michael, Wiley, and Amelia, all through AJ. So if you're a longtime General Hospital watcher, it's been a huge bone of contention between Tracy and Monica for decades that Alan gave Monica the house way back in the day, and occasionally Monica would take joy in tossing other Quartermaines out of the mansion, sometimes Tracy. So the very idea that anybody but Tracy is going to have that mansion is going to bother her. I'm sure she's going to have lawyers working on it. I do wonder if Martin will offer to represent Erika Slezak because he despises Tracy. And in the end, let's hope the estate stays within the Q family, especially since Monica's sister isn't going to stay around forever unless something changes. Sometimes they hire people, then, they stick around for a lot longer than they expected. So it's sure to be very dramatic. I'm sure Tracy's reaction is going to be something to see. I think it's a nice twist and an homage to Monica's character, because the whole subject of the mansion's ownership has been a thorn in Tracy's side for years, and it led to a lot of arguments between her and Monica. So I think this old wound being reopened with Monica's sister is kind of brilliant. So while Monica's death and funeral will definitely be sad, we're going to need our tissues. It sounds like they're going to make it into something that'll last a few weeks with this house drama. So this leak does have me looking forward to that part of it, even though I know it's going to be super sad to say goodbye to the incredible Monica Quartermaine and a final farewell to the amazing Leslie Charleson.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.